It is 17:35 on Thursday, 17:36 on Thursday, May the 7th. That seems to happen. That's happened multiple times now where the time has changed as I did the intro. I don't do that on purpose. It just, is there like a stray hair in my head? Like, what's going on here? Oh my God, what's going on here? Do you see that? That is like a really long hair. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut this. Give me 1 second. Yeah, there's this like really long, freakishly long stray hair that grows out of my forehead. And it popped up on the camera. So I'm just gonna trim it. Okay, I just trimmed it. A bit of a side quest there. Which is also kind of appropriate considering I also cut my hair today. So I've got, well, I guess I'm not really clean shaven anymore, but I'm still semi clean shaven on my face and on my head. So look at how hot I am. Wow, I'm like a super hot guy now. Until I show my teeth. So here we're having the Tibeti. We're going back to the Tibeti, my beloved Tibeti. So we're doing the Tibeti. It's all done, so let's just go straight into eating it. I have to turn the light off now that I have my new setup, my new camera angle. It's actually really bad timing because the song is about to end and I was about to show you what the song was. Okay, it's over. It's about to restart. We're not going to listen to the whole song like that. I'd like to do that. I'd love to do that, but we have to get to eating. Oh, by the way. So yeah, we're having Tibeti. Tibeti. Where's the camera? Is it right here? Yeah, it's right there. So there's the Tibeti, and here is dessert. So we have croissants again. I don't know if that comes through in the, yeah, that comes through. What am I talking about? On the camera. I just wanted to get a shot of the croissants, those amazing croissants. Those were so good. And I'm very much enjoying, well, I'm very much looking forward to eating more after this. Okay, so is this a decent... I still don't have this new camera angle set up perfectly. So once again, I can't angle it too much or else the sauce will pour out. I like my sauce very watery, so you might look at it and see like there's no sauce on there. There is initially when I pour it on, but then I use my spoon and I stir the sauce into the pasta. And so it's sort of like on the bottom now. But I do like it very watery, the sauce. So I add water to the sauce, like when I start to cook it. So I just use a pre-made jar of sauce. I've shown it before. And then I stick some of that. I think I take, yeah, not this spoon, but I have a different spoon. And I take 6 or 7 spoonfuls of the sauce from the jar and I stick it into the pan. And then I add some water. I just eyeball the amount of water that I add. And it tastes so good. Oh man, so good. I haven't had the Tibeti in a little while, so it's always nice to have the Tibeti again. I love the Tibeti. Tibeti is my favorite pasta. I was going to say something, but I forget. Oh yeah, I tried to make less Tibeti this time, noticeably less. Though I mean, there's still a bunch of Tibeti here, but Yesterday I was famished before I had my supper. Today I'm not. I'm not famished. But I mean, I'm hungry. I'm very much looking forward to eating. But yeah, I'm not famished. And I think it has to do with the amount of croissants I had last night. I had 17 mini croissants. They were incredible. And I did have my pancake this morning. And I also had my apple for lunch, and I also had my fried egg sandwich. I probably shouldn't have had the fried egg sandwich, or at the very least I shouldn't have had the bread part, because croissants are bread as well, and pasta has a lot of carbs, bread has a lot of carbs, so I hope I don't overdo it today. Hopefully not, because today I'm gonna have 16 instead of 17. I'm gonna have 16 croissants. Hopefully that's the target. I was up a pound this morning, so maybe I'll be up another pound tomorrow. Really looking forward to going to the grocery store though. Today's Thursday, I believe. Tomorrow's Friday, so grocery day is on Saturday. I already made my list. I usually do that the night before I get groceries, but I was so looking forward to it. Usually that's a bad sign. If I'm looking forward to something a lot, then when I go to the grocery store, they're probably not going to have that chocolate brownie cheesecake, I bet, because of how much I'm looking forward to it. That's how it always works out. But hopefully they do. Either that or I get sick or something and I can't eat it. That would be hilarious. Not hilarious, but that is another plausible scenario. Can we get a shot of it in the spoon? Oh yeah. Yummers. Yeah, I've been thinking about those croissants all day. They tasted so good yesterday. And every time I go into the kitchen, I look at them because this is see-through. So this was originally in the kitchen, and so I would just always look at it. Yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention, maybe about 3 days ago, it snowed. Snow in May. So I guess that's not that strange. Temperature-wise, it's been going down to like 0 to freezing overnight. Sometimes a little less. So, I mean, it's definitely possible to snow. And it did snow. It snowed actually on both of my walks that day as well. It was above 0, but it was still snowing a little bit. Obviously, there wasn't enough for accumulation. But yeah, I forgot to mention that it snowed. Yeah, so my meals are going to be 4 two-betties. Then I'll switch over to the 4 days of two-betty. That's what I meant by 4 two-betties. Then I'll switch over to chicken tenders and taters for 3 days and baby carrots. And then I'll go back to 4 days of two-betty. Then I'll go back to the chicken tenders, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I'll keep flip-flopping. And I still haven't thought of like a special supper meal that I could have. I mean, there are a couple different things that I could make, but I'm trying to avoid food preparation because my arm's been killing me. So So yeah, I guess I'm just having 2 Betty and chicken tenders slash taters slash baby carrots. And of course, excessive, extravagant, elegant desserts every night. I wonder how many desserts I have left. I'm not sure. So I've spoiled that I have a whole bunch of chocolate bars in my drawer in the kitchen. And yeah, so my plan for one of these, or some of the desserts, is I was going to eat multiple chocolate bars. But I'm not sure if I was going to do like have multiple different kinds per night, or if I was going to stick to a certain kind per night. Like I have multiple 4-packs of various chocolate bars. So like I have a 4-pack of Mars, I have a 4-pack of Kit Kat, I have a 4-pack of Coffee Crisp, and I have a 4-pack of Mirage. And so I thought, okay, I wonder how many, so maybe I'll just stick with a 4-pack per night. And I was wondering, can I eat 4 chocolate bars in one sitting? Sugar-wise, it seems to be okay, because each of the chocolate bars has about 25 grams of sugar per. So if I eat 4, that's about 100. The one that has the most sugar is Mars. It has 31. So, wow. So that's 124? Is that serious? It seems like a lot. If I eat 4 Mars bars, 124 grams of sugar? Honestly, I think Mars has too much caramel. I think it has a little too much caramel. Now, I know, I mentioned this when I ate chocolate bars in one of these videos. In Canada, we have this, I think it's Canada and the US. The Three Musketeers bar is basically the Mars bar without the caramel. And in Canada, the Mars bar is nougat and caramel. Yeah, that's it, right? Whereas I think it's different in the US. I forget. I mean, I read about all this before doing that video, but I've forgotten already. Yeah, I mean, if Mars could make a version of their bar with a little less caramel, that'd be pretty cool. All right. All done. Awesome. So that was a nice little teaser into what is going to be the meat of the meal. I love the under the box shot. That sounded very dirty. I didn't mean under the box. Under the container shot. I wasn't intending it to be dirty. It just it ended up that way. So I'm gonna rinse this, and I need some milk. So I need some milk. 100% I need some milk. And I'm gonna be making multiple trips to the microwave. As we've discovered that they're just even more incredible when they're warmed up. Okay, so I have my plate here, and I've got another surprise, which isn't really food, but it's a surprise. I'm eating them a different way this time. So yesterday I used my fingers. This was a very rare occurrence where I dirtied up my fingers in such a way. Yeah, I don't like washing my hands because it dries my hands out. And I have skin problems. It's kind of funny, when COVID happened, and they were showing you how you should wash your hands, and you should wash it for like a minute, super like diligently and all this sort of stuff. I used a lot of soap and all this sort of stuff. And it's like, if I did that every single time, my hands would be bloody within like a week because they'd be so dry. So anyone with, with dry hands or dry skin was probably looking at that like and laughing at it, at those instructions on how to wash your hands. I think that's what I was trying to say. But what was I saying before that? I was saying something before. Oh yeah. I got my hands really dirty in yesterday's video because I used my hands, and the chocolate and the icing was melted, and it was getting all over my fingers. But today I'm going to use a knife and fork. I'm going to try a knife and fork, keep my fingers nice and pristine and clean. So I have to bring my stuff over, my cutlery. Yes, I left the light on, but I'm going back in there. Okay, so I'm not eating all of these because we've determined that I started off with 39. Yesterday I had 17, so there should be, I think, 22. Yeah, because there's 11 of the cinnamons and there are 11 of the chocolates. By the way, I didn't even know cinnamon mini croissants existed. They taste absolutely amazing. I was going to say incredible again, but I feel like I say that all the time. So there are 11 of each, and so tonight I'm going to eat 16, so I'm going to have 8 of each. And then I'll have 6 left, which I believe I'm going to eat tomorrow night on my day off. So I'm not going to make a video tomorrow because I have to prepare myself to go into town the following morning. All right, so what am I doing here? Yeah, so I'll leave this. This has to go over here. That's why I put my phone over here. I'm just going to move my phone. I don't have enough room on this table. It's really annoying. I need a bigger table. I remember going online looking for tables. I just wanted a basic table like this. It's just a light wooden table with 4 legs. And so, like IKEA, you can probably find those on IKEA, but I couldn't find a basic table that was cheap, It was all like, they were all fancy and all this crap. Even the ones at IKEA. It's like, what the hell? I thought the IKEA tables I thought that was your thing, IKEA. What's the dealio? Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to put 4. And before I nuke them, I'm going to give you some close-ups because I feel like they do look better when they're not, but like they look better before they go in the microwave. Especially the cinnamon ones, because the cinnamon, the icing melts, so you can't even see it anymore. All right, so there's that. So here's a nice close-up. I don't want to tilt it too much because they're about to fall, but they look very good. They are very good. All right, so I will be right back. This is our first of 4 forays over into the kitchen for microwave reasons. How was that for a sentence? So I think I'm going to do 17. I think that's the sweet spot, the magic number. 17 used to be my favorite number because my favorite baseball player, Kelly Gruber, wore that number. So that's pretty interesting, isn't it? And I think I wore that number when I played hockey. I don't know if I did. I did wear number 18, which I guess was close enough to 17. I know one of my sister's favorite numbers is 19. So 17, 18, 19. Oh. So there you go. You can see the icing on the cinnamon ones. It just melts, so you can't even see it anymore. I mean, you can see it because it's glossy, but the chocolate you can still see. All right, here we go. So we're gonna try it. Hopefully this works with the cutlery. I mean, it's gonna work, obviously, but oh yeah, this is gonna be amazing. What am I talking about? I'll be able to give you the perfect cross section too. Oh my God. This is number 1 of 16. We haven't really had a proper cross section of the cinnamon ones because I would take too big of a bite. Oh my God, this is just so good. Oh my God. It's just like way, way too good. It's mesmerizing, the spiral. So I've got to do this 4 times? Is that the idea? I did it yesterday. It was getting pretty tough at the end there, but I managed to do it. Yeah, I don't even think I've ever seen these before. The cinnamon ones. Like, I've seen cinnamon rolls, cinnamon buns, but not the cinnamon mini croissants. It's an amazing idea though. Okay, so so good. You know, I think I'm gonna try 20 seconds. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see, especially because I have cutlery this time. So I'm a little, what am I trying to say? I'm a little, I don't have to worry about the heat as much, I guess, because I'm not using my fingers. Of course, it's going in my mouth, so, I mean, I have to worry about the heat a little bit. But I'm going to try. You know, it's funny because the chocolate ones look bigger, and there was one more chocolate one compared with the cinnamon ones. So I don't know how that works. I don't understand that math. All right, so number 2, trip number 2. I think I ate those pretty quickly. Let's stick this back on. Keep them nice and fresh. So I think the best before date for, I don't know if it was, I don't know which one was which, but one of them was the 11th, the other was the 12th. So let's do 20. Yeah, so I mean, I have the containers right here. So the cinnamons were the 12th, so the chocolates were the 11th. And today is the 7th, I believe, because Saturday is the 9th. I know that much. Alrighty. So hopefully it's not too much. The time, that is. Hopefully I didn't cook it for too long. All right. Once again, the close-up. Like, look at, I feel like my close-ups were better yesterday because I was eating them with my fingers and I could just like go like this. But whatever, let's go for it. I think I start with the chocolate, right? Oh yeah, these are so soft. Is 20 going to be the new magic number? $20 is the new magic number. Wow. Like, I don't understand how it can taste so good. It is just like amazing. Oh, this is just like orgasmic. Not quite, but it's amaze balls. Amaze balls. And they're not too hot either, which is perfect. I was a little worried that as I cook them for longer, they get too hot, but no, they're perfect temperature. They're just warm. I was looking forward to this all day. Oh my God. Got to get up all those scraps on the bottom, the excess melted icing. Oh, wow, that is just ridiculous. Let's keep going. Oh, this is a biggie. This is a chunker. Yeah, I'm on the bottom layer now. The bottom layer. So 20 is the magic number. I might actually try 22. Should I? Should I try 22? Because they weren't hot. I'm going to try it. Hopefully it doesn't backfire on me. Oh, God. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like walking around. 10, 9, 3, 2, 1, 0. Alrighty. I definitely like eating them better with cutlery. Keep my fingers nice and clean. All right, so here is the third batch. Yeah, third batch of 4. Looks very nice. Okay, so let's try it. I'll try the chunker first. I should have did the smaller one actually first. Oh my God. So perfect. So perfect. Yeah, 22 is the new magic number. I think I'm not going to go any further because it's verging on hot. So I just don't want to have it too hot where it'll burn my mouth. Otherwise, I won't be able to do this video series again. It's like when I had those pizza pops and I had to stop chewing my food for a couple days. That was weird. Like you can just see on the camera how good they look. And they're all like shiny. So effing amazing. I'm just pounding them, man. What time are we? We're only 31 minutes in. So definitely a lot faster than my last several videos. Probably because of the two-beddy. Also, maybe because of my utensils this time. I don't know. Maybe I haven't been yapping as much. All right. Okay, I think this is the last one. The last batch. Unless I try to eat more after this, but I don't know. I don't think so. It's probably not a good idea. So you might be wondering, well, what's your favorite? Well, if you know me, if you've been watching my videos, you know I'm a chocoholic. And so I would feel offended at myself if I didn't choose chocolate. And it is my favorite, by the way. However, the cinnamon one is amazing. It's just as good as the chocolate one. But I like chocolate's my favorite thing ever, so I picked chocolate. But doing this back and forth thing is the perfect way of eating these croissants. I'm so glad that I got both of them. Yeah, you can see I only have 6 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it, out of 39. Now, if I were to eat more tonight, I would have to have something different for dessert tomorrow. I could just have like a single chocolate bar. That sounds like a good idea, to be honest. But that would mean that I eat more tonight, which I don't know if I'll be able to do. I definitely shouldn't, but will I be able to? 22, yeah, that's the magic number. Oh. They really make me want to get those chocolate croissants at Longo's as well, my usual grocery store. Those are the ones I ate on one of my Todd Eats episodes way back in the day. I don't know how long ago that was, but... But it all depends on the best before dates of those cakes that I want to get, so... Ooh. All right, here you go. Potentially, the last batch on camera. Potentially. That's not a word. All right, so let's do this. Let's enjoy it. Got to get the close-ups. I love licking my knife. I feel dangerous when I do it. I'm a rebel because I lick my knife. Oh my God. So good. Yeah, when you eat them like this, when you nuke them in the microwave, you have to eat them fast. Otherwise, they'll turn hard after, I don't know, like a minute or a couple minutes or something. So this is definitely something you have to do small batches at a time if you want the best optimal taste. So that's why I do that. That's why I do this. Okay, so I mean, I know I shouldn't have any more. However, I haven't reached that spot yet where I'm like, okay, you have to stop. I haven't reached it yet. So, you know, my goal was to eat 20 of them. Like, that's how many I thought I'd be able to do. But yesterday I wasn't able to do that. Maybe that's because I also had the chicken and the taters before. I don't know. And I just had a little bit of tubetti tonight. That might be the reason. But, you know, considering there were 39 total, I figured I could just, you know, pretend there's 40. I just do 20 one day, 19 the other day. Split it in half. But I bowed out early yesterday because I reached my max, my limit. However, tonight seems to be a different story. So, I think we're going to try for 20. And I have to figure out something else to do tomorrow for dessert, which will be fine. So I'm going to try 20. You heard it here first. I'm trying 20. Where else would you hear it? Nowhere. I can definitely eat it. Yeah, because, you know, in these videos, especially like with the cake, I noticed that with eating the triple chocolate cake, where I split it in half, I reached my limit, but I kept eating, and that was a mistake. So I also did that when I had the donuts and the Indian food. Not the last time, but the time before. I had like a huge thing of Indian food. And I think, yeah, earlier that day I also had the chicken tenders, the fries, the mini Mary, which was the mini chicken sandwich, and a slice of pizza for lunch. Then I had a huge thing of Indian food for supper. Then I had 7 donuts for dessert. that was pretty insane. I definitely shouldn't do that again. That was too much. Now, that being said, I have 4 more, I was about to say donuts, 4 more croissants here. Croissants, if you will. I used to call these croissants back in the day as a joke. I guess that's a French joke, a pronunciation joke. It's pretty funny, isn't it? I'm super funny. I'm a super funny guy. Now we only have 2 left. How sad does this container look? Once again, we got the under the box shot. Oh, that's very funny. See, I told you I'm funny. However, I'm running out of milk here and I'm gonna add some milk. So I'm gonna take the milk out first and I'm gonna fill up my milk because I don't want this to just sit in the microwave while I finish with the milk and put it back in the fridge, you know? I want to make sure that I get this out of the microwave and then down here and then eat it immediately. So that's what we're gonna do. And there's 2 left. I mean, maybe I could finish those, I don't know. I have to get through these 4 first. Yeah, I'm feeling my stomach right now, and it's definitely bulging. But I can still eat. I don't feel like I'm done, so I just want to put a little more what? What is this milk? A little more milk. All right, here we go. 22, right? Last one. Oh, I should bring my milk over while the croissants are cooking. Four, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. So this should be it. Assuming I don't die. So this would be 20 mini croissants. I still can't remember how many I ate in that Todd Eats episode. Look at how pretty that is. All right. Let's do this. All right. Oh yeah. Just like so incredible. What a find. I am so happy that I found these. I discovered these. We've seen plenty of close-ups by now, right? Oh man. Well, I'm definitely going to be up in weight tomorrow, that's for sure. I've never cut my tongue yet. I think my knife is quite dull. Alrighty, last bite. I was just getting any extra icing that fell down. Oh my God. Wow. Those are just ridiculous. So I think I'm calling it. I do have 2 left, but I definitely shouldn't have them. Hopefully this wasn't a mistake, eating 20. I ate 20, right? 20 mini croissants. After pasta. That's just not a good idea. So, how am I going to feel later tonight? And how am I going to feel tomorrow? That remains to be seen. So, wait a minute. Tomorrow's Friday, right? So I have no video tomorrow. So pressure's off. Whew. I can turn off the charm. You're thinking, what charm? Exactly. It might shock you that I'm trying to be interesting in these videos. This is me trying to be interesting. Well, that was absolutely incredible. So I've got 2 left, 2 of these left. So I'll eat those tomorrow, assuming I feel okay. And then for supper, I'll have Tubeti. And I'll probably have a chocolate bar. The question is which one. Okay, so I still have those 3 loose Mars bars and the 3 loose Twix bars. So I could just have a Mars bar or a Mars and a Twix bar if I'm feeling up to it. But I do have these as well. So, well, I mean, there's only 2 mini croissants. Not a big deal, but. And then Saturday's the big day. Saturday's the big grocery day. I can't wait. I'm going to visualize because I have my list done. So I'm going to visualize which aisles I have to go down. And I'm just going to visualize picking the groceries up. And I have to visualize it. And so hopefully, though, I really hope that they have that cake because that will be perfect. That will make... Pardon me. That'll make this video series worth it. Yeah, so it's, I mentioned this before, it's almost grass season. So I think that's why I'm starting to get the sneezes. Yeah, I want to get the bigger version of that chocolate brownie cheesecake because that's my favorite thing in the entire world. So yeah, I guess next time you see me will be for Saturday night's meal, and I will have the news on whether I was able to get it or not. So this was so good. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll ever be able to have these again, but they were absolutely amazing. I'm glad I'm glad I got to have them while I could. I might be able to get the Longo's mini croissants. I'm not sure. It depends on the best before date, but maybe. Anyway, hopefully I'll have some news on the cake, some good news on the chocolate brownie cheesecake.